Welcome to Leadership 3800. This is the class that I will teach you from. Yes, I will be teaching you from my online class, and this is my lair, my office. I'll give you a quick tour to introduce me a little bit. This is sort of who I am a little bit. I give you a tour of things. This is a original Benjamin Franklin newspaper that was given to me at one point, the Philadelphia Aurora. A stock certificate from my great-grandfather, who was a bit of an entrepreneur. This is something I'm really proud of. This is a certificate that my father earned for having helped the International Atomic Energy Agency win a Nobel Peace Prize. Not too many people have something like this. My dad's initials were S.B. Hammond, and somebody gave this to him once. My initials are S.C. Hammond, and it says B.S. Hammond, and he wants to remind us that a lot of what we do is not always perfect. And these are some of my search and rescue implements. And this is my bookshelf, and on the bookshelf I've thought for a while, wondered for a while, what I should use. What book should I use for this class? Leadership, so many good ones. There are great stories about Ernest Shackleton that we will explore in this class. He wrote this book here called South. And there's also Carrie Patterson's Crucial Conversations, something that all leaders have to have. Carl Weick's work on social psychology of leadership. Really good stuff here. Culture and leadership. Lots of good things there. But the books I've chosen for this class, two of them. One of them is a book that I wrote. It's on my search and rescue list here. It's called Lessons of the Lost. You'll be reading Lessons of the Lost and understanding a little bit about how and why people get lost, and about leadership and how people are lost and how they need leaders to get unlost. And then we'll be reading this book too, which is a really good book because it has a collection of readings in it, and it's on HBR's 10 must-reads on leadership, and that's the book that you will read week to week and day to day. Of course, you know that this is an online class. That's one of the reasons you're taking it here, because you don't have to come to class. Everything you need is going to be online, and there will be 11 lessons for this class. Most classes like this are taught by taking the material that you'll read in the first couple of lessons, the introductory lessons. And it looks at the different kinds of theories of leadership. And essentially most classes like this are a history of the way we think about leadership, and that is not what this class is. This is a class that's designed specifically for people who work, who have a job, who do leadership. You're already doing leadership. And so in this class we're going to explore, what do leaders do? What do you actually do? What do good leaders do? How do good leaders react in certain situations? What is in the mind of a good leader? How do good leaders think? What is in the heart of good leadership and a good leader? What do they feel like? We're also going to think a whole lot about what leaders actually do and how do you become a leader. And that's why we're going to read the book. It's right over here, right? This book right here, because there are 10 very good readings in here about leadership. The first one is What Makes a Leader by Daniel Coleman. And in this one, we're going to explore early on, this is lesson 2 and a little bit lesson 3, we're going to explore early on what emotional intelligence is, what it takes to be a leader. See, in the past, we've always thought about intelligence as something that goes on in just the mind, and we've thought that a good leader is the smartest person in the room. But now we know that leadership takes place also in the heart, that it's about feeling and empathizing and self-awareness and a whole bunch of other characteristics. And so we're going to look at those aspects of leadership and try to figure out how that fits in the big picture of being a good leader. And then we go down the list and look at what executives do. We read Peter Drucker, John Cotter. We read Ron Heifetz, and he talks about the work of leadership there. And Goffey, who asked the question, why should anyone be led by you? And so on down the list. Some people I really like, Jim Collins on the list, and Peter Senge, whose final essay in this talks about in praise of the incomplete leader, because leadership is always a permanent question. It's always an open question. It's something we're always trying to find and always trying to get better at and always trying to fill. So that gives you a little bit of a sense of where we're going to go. So it's all right here. It's all right on your computer. It's all right on the screen. All you have to do is get into your computer, open up the file, and then go week by week, where we will talk about what it is to be a new generation leader. A new generation leader is a systems thinker, a global citizen, emotionally intelligent. They can solve complex problems. They can explore lean. They will have an organic, non-hierarchical organizational mental map. They will be able to continually learn, and they will be authentic. That's sort of where we're going on this. You won't see me a whole lot. You'll be working on your own thing. The one piece of advice I'm going to give you for this class, though, is stay up with the material. Don't get behind. Don't fall behind. It gets really hard if you fall behind. Darn it. Somebody's at the door. Just when, things are getting important. I hope it is not another one of those salespeople who are always trying to sell you solar energy or something like that. Ah, jeez.